Today's episode is brought to you by the Hair Studio in Chaska, located at 500 North Pine Street in Chaska, Minnesota. Phone number 952-368-0900. If you're in need of a pandemic trim up, get rid of some of that gray, maybe get a color. They do waxing, they do everything. Are you a stylist who's sick of your current situation? You don't like the commute, you don't like your boss, whatever it is. The Hair Studio in Chaska is hiring. They're looking for booth renters, part-time, full-time. Give them a call, see what they have to offer. It's a great location, great environment. It's a fun little shop. Great place to get your hair cut, colored, trimmed, waxed, what the hell ever. Get over there and see the folks at Hair Studio in Chaska. 952-368-0900. Today's episode is also brought to you by Grady Restoration, your trusted home repair and restoration company located in Minneapolis. They are on call 24/7, immediate response. They have experience in fire damage, smoke damage, water damage, any kind of damage. These guys can fix anything. Have them out to the house, get a look. Maybe you have storm damage and you didn't even know about it. If you've got hail damage, maybe wind damage, bring them out for a free consultation. These guys are great. They're going to be straight shooters with you. They're going to tell you exactly what's wrong, how they can fix it, timeline. They'll work with the insurance companies for you. So you don't have to do anything. They get in, they get out, everything's finished as planned, on time, with no problems. They're the set it and forget it company. Grady Restoration is at 952-472-1570. 952-472-1570. Or check them out on the web at gradyrestoration.com. Now on to the episode.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to tell you about this podcast. It's called The DK Project, but it's really The Darren Show. The DK Project is a radio show, but without the radio. So sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
Let's go! Yeah, baby. Man alive. It's like I had to learn to walk again. I'm totally like, I'm blown away. I almost had to get the manual out. We have got a podcast co-host in training number 2 with us today on the horn. Or yeah, we're not even Zooming, we're duoing. That's so new. People don't even know what that is.
Me?
We have Adam Schwitzer on the phone from the Bronx region of New York. Where are you calling from, dude?
I am calling straight from the cornfields of the Midwest. The man with the plan. I'll say it again. Fucking Cedar Rapids, Iowa. If you don't know where that is, gosh. It doesn't fucking matter.
Isn't that right near? Isn't that right near where the music died?
Well, the music's always dying in today's age of rap music. But yes, I think Buddy Holly crashed here a few miles away years and years ago. But
that's so true.
It is what it is. But watch out. All you're going to see is corn and fat women. So just hang on tight.
Well, and not only that, you're going to see a lot of windmills. You guys are.
Oh my God!
You guys are stocked on the windmill department.
Well, we're producing power, but we're also killing a bunch of birds, 10,000 a day. So that's how we roll in the IOWA. If you know what I'm saying, buddy.
Is that the real number? No way.
No, I don't think it's that many, but they're fucking dying by the thousands, man. It's windmill country up here in the shithole.
That's okay. I like the wind energy. I like driving through there. It's cool. It's really cool at night.
Well, yeah, it looks cool until the helicopter hits it or a plane crashes or someone dies because one falls. So
does that really happen?
Yes, that is a true news story. Yeah, it's they're cool, but until they catch on fire. Awesome YouTube videos. Check it out.
Wow, I had no idea. I didn't. I guess you don't think that far into it because they're not in my neighborhood. We don't have any of that kind of shit. So
well, we got those high winds and just cornfields galore with land for miles. So take it for what it's worth, buddy. DK, how are you doing, buddy?
I am tip top, man. I'm coming off a hard week. I literally had more shit going on than I care to admit, but had some closure of some big projects today. So nice. I may be indulging in some cordials tonight. I don't know.
Ooh,
it's time to celebrate.
Like
I got
cordial as in large quantities of alcohol, or cordial as in I'm closing a page of a book.
No, both. I had a monkey on my back for the last year and a half, and I finally shook it today. So we have now moved into another monkey, but that's going to take for a while too. But that's not nearly as costly as this other nightmare. So that was solid. I was real happy about that. We got all kinds of stuff happening around the household with I got some paint work being done. You know, I've never lived anywhere long enough to have my house repainted, and this is the first time I've done it.
That's what happened. this is what happens with the podcast guy. You're always making so much money moving place to place. I totally get it, brother. I just trying to be like you someday.
Hold on. Is this thing on? I don't know who you've been talking to. This is a cost center, not an income generator. There's a difference.
Well, I just want to let you know it is an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today. And, I'm going to give it to you hardcore, if you know what I'm saying, both on the radio and with our shirts off later tonight if we ever meet each other. So this is happening.
Hey,
this is fucking happening.
Inappropriate touching. Hey, I wanted to bring something up that's been eating at my craw. I fucking watched that debate last night. Now, let me preface this.
Here we go.
I got to preface this.
Go.
I was listening to my main man, Bert Kreischer, today. And he had a podcast on there with Pauly Shore.
Pauly.
Yeah, I love
in the Army now.
I love Pauly. The problem with the podcast is this. They started talking a lot of politics. And I don't know if you're aware of Pauly Shore's political alignment. Probably not, because nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
And I started thinking that I want to talk about this debate because we have to talk about it. But I also want to preface this with a short statement that we are not going to talk a lot about it because people don't care what I think. People don't want to hear what we have to say about this nightmare. But it is current news and we do have to do it. I did see a funny post the other day, which is perfect. And this fits the This fits the Pauly Shore thing. And this is up your alley. This is a meme or whatever the hell you kids call it.
Oh, yes. Meme.
It says, when a clown is juggling to entertain me, I'm not interested in their politics or their social justice. The same goes for the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, singers, songwriters, actors. Just juggle, you clown. That's what we like you for. Pauly, be funny. Don't tell me what you think of Joe Biden or Donald Trump because I don't give a shit. And that's kind of
I think it's because his comedy is it's taken a back seat from the late 90s, early 2000s. That's about the only thing he's got a leg to stand on because our generation knows Pauly Shore as the funny guy that was in that Bubble movie and in the Army now and a few MTV, which they don't even show fucking videos anymore. Take it for what it's worth.
He was in that Bubble movie.
I don't fuck it. Just like every other American out there, they don't care about Adam Schweitzer's thought on the political process. It's a sad, sad day when we care more about the fly that landed on his head than we do about the things he was talking about. So take it for what it's worth.
Well, and with that being said, I want to touch on it because it is news, and I don't want to talk about the bickering back and forth because obviously everybody's sick of that. But at what point did we start to lose respect for the leaders of the free world? I mean, Donald Trump. He may be an asshole. He may be a pig. He is an asshole. He is a pig. Number one, who isn't? But number two, he's still the leader of the free world. So our country, however you want to say it, how is it that we can't show some respect in that Kamala Harris last night, whom I've got zero respect for?
Oh my God. I felt like I was in trouble the whole time watching it. Remember when Mom used to give you those looks after you decided to stick a fork into the socket? That's the look she was giving Pence last night. Yeah. And I'm like, Kamala, I'm not doing anything wrong. You're just being a ravenous bitch right now. Okay. Leave me alone. We're not in church.
I'm speaking. Who talks that way? He's still your superior. Actually, I think if you look at the deal, he's probably legally he's your boss. Because she's a senator.
Yeah.
So but just how disrespectful and I'm just amazed, and I don't know where you stand politically, and it doesn't matter to me either way. I'm happy with whatever you're happy with, but I'm shocked that people are so blindsided. I saw another good post the other day. If you had a contractor working at your house for 47 years, and he said, you know what,
this one,
I need 4 more years to finish. I need 4 more years to get it right. Would you hire him back?
Of course not.
Who's that getting a phone call in the middle of the show? Somebody important. Somebody's calling somebody.
That's got to be you because that is not me, Cowboy John.
That is me. I forgot to mute it. I rarely get a phone call, so I was just shocked. I totally I think if anything, we should get rid of all of them, and Pence should be the president. I mean, who's more presidential than that guy? Compose.
Well,
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, though. Warren Buffett always said it the best, back in the day during one of his books, If You Want to Be a Millionaire. And obviously, I'm not one of them because I'm talking to you right now. But he said that unless you balance the budget, you've got to be able to go every 2 years. And if at the end of your term, if you're not, financially and fiscal ready, you don't get to come back for another 4 years. So it would eliminate 47 years of destitute by that idiot up there, Mr. Biden. And, I just can't handle a lot of the times, though, too, where it's like, oh, God, they can't be up there calling each other clowns. That's the kind of street fight crap that we used to do in high school.
Well, how do
the president and a former vice president? It just has a bad look for everybody.
What does that say? What does that say to the youth of America now that your vice president, former vice president, is calling your current president a racist and a clown? Have we just completely started to abuse the racist word? I mean, does anybody really look into that before they say that? So many of the things that Kamala Harris said last night about Trump, it was like they were having a Twitter war, but they were speaking it, they weren't typing it. And the things that she was saying, it's like, you're proud to be from San Francisco? Like, isn't that the toilet bowl of the country?
Oh my God, if you're homeless, come to San Francisco. You can live on the street and get a free meal 3 times a day. But if you look at
feel free to shit anywhere.
That's right. Hey, shit in the street. Say hello. Grab a map. Come see the stars. So you can tell all the way, like just the way the reason why she's so unpopular. And mostly, you can call it racial lines or whatever you want, most Anglo-Saxon white Americans look at her not because she's black, but because of her mean attitude and the way she conducts herself in front of the whole nation. And people just aren't ready for that. That's why people love Barack Obama. He was an African-American man, but he related and talked to everybody with the same tone and the same accent and everything that everyone could understand. That's why he's more popular. And that's why nobody is ready for Miss Kamala Harris, whether you like Do Nothing Joe or not. I'm ready for Boats and Hose 20, man. Let's do some karate in the garage. What do you say?
Well, I'm just shocked that we've gotten to a point where there's just no respect for anything. And for her to brag about, I was the first black woman to do this, first black woman to do that, first black woman to do this. Number one, are you really black? I mean, really? Right. You explained it yesterday that you were born in the United States. Your parents are from wherever, Philippines or what, I don't even know. But on the other hand, how important is it that the one party that wants us to not look at race and not look at gender, pick their vice president by race and gender?
Let me tell you what, whenever somebody, and this goes along for however long a podcast that you have, if they start out with, I am an African American, I am a woman, I am this. If they preference anything at the start of any type of answer or anything they like to talk about, that usually leads to, I'm going to dominate this conversation and you are going to listen to what I say because I may be a minority in any one of those categories. At that point, for me, I don't care what you have to say, even if it's the greatest idea in the world, because you're already trying to dominate a conversation and nobody likes that shit.
Exactly. I was shocked, and the whole thing is a disaster. Why don't they just do, and I think they call it a town hall, but why don't they just do it where, all right, Biden, you've got 30 minutes to explain everything and clarify everything, and then, Trump, you've got 30 minutes, or just don't do it at all. It's just dumbing of America. It's just horrible.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Well, and I think, especially with all that. Oh, that was me this time.
I was going to say.
Even with all the new stuff out in the world today with Twitter and Facebook and all this other kind of jazz, anybody who takes on that platform as someone who's a that works for the people, it's just going to lead down a road of trouble anyway, because Trump's not going to be the last person to ever get on Twitter and talk about how much they hate something or try to indulge policy among the people with that kind of stuff. It's just the way we communicate now, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better, cowboy.
Well, and I think truly, all these people dislike Trump as a person so much that they're letting it sway their view of his policy and the way he handled this and the way he handled it. And it's so easy to dislike him that it's like, what would Biden have done differently back in January with this virus? I'm thinking they did everything they could do. I mean,
yep.
And then they keep pointing out all of the unemployment stats. And it's like, this is the first president to have less people employed when he leaves office than when he got to office. Well, you won't let him go back to work, you idiot.
Right. But you know what, though? I mean, at the end of the day, and they even said it last night that the Democrats, they know they can't shut down the country. They can try to fill as many as they want on the for the judges, but at the same time, they were going to do the exact same thing. And as someone who's worked for the government, been in the military, there are things the American public doesn't want to know. There are things happening in the world every day that the normal citizen either doesn't want to hear or just wants to go about their happy-go-lucky life so they can go home and jerk off for a few times on Pornhub. They don't want to know the inner workings of the world and what it is.
Right.
So, yeah, a lot of that information isn't going to come out to the normalcy, and a lot of that information you don't want to release, because the last thing you want is a country in chaos. And if they don't believe me, I can show them a few countries that I've been to are the biggest shitholes in the world, where communication and information is the worst thing ever to happen to those kind of people.
Well, and I think that people are going to wake up if for some reason Joe Biden would win. I think people are going to wake up on November 4th and be like, oh shit, like it's going to take a little while for him to, peel back the tax cuts and start taxing more. But the whole plan doesn't work. You can't have free, spend free. It doesn't work. But whatever.
We can't just give away. But look at it this way, though, DK. Let me tell you something. If people would look more in interest in their own candidates on a lower level, on the Senate, the House, their local government, that has much more impact than what Donald Trump does on Twitter at night when someone pisses him off from CNN. That is where the change happens. The presidency that's where something that, it's just the face of the nation. I just wish more people would understand government a lot more, so then they wouldn't lose their shit of, I can't vote for the orange-haired man. Oh,
well,
God,
and they can't,
much.
The problem is that they watch all, and I don't know what your local channels are, but here they're like NBC, ABC, Fox. They watch that,
yep.
and that's how they get their news. Well, they're telling you what they want you to hear.
Exactly.
So for people to get into that and think, this is Trump's policy. No, you don't know. And I'm not by any means saying, get out and vote for Trump. I'm just saying you can't vote for Biden. I mean, the man is older than dirt. Trump's not that much younger, but Trump's in the zone where I saw a video the other day of Biden getting off an airplane and going to his private jet to his private car, and they had to help him. He couldn't even do it himself.
End of the day, these people are going to make more money than we can ever imagine anyway. And at the end of the day, I always tell people this. I'm like, if you don't want to vote Trump, hey, you don't have to. But look at it this way. Before the COVID thing hit and all that, and that by no means when I hear people say that was some kind of Democratic thing to ruin. Oh my God, I apologize for that. And with that mess, at the end of the day, you know what? He's doing the best he can. And so are, the Republicans and Democrats on both sides. So I say hell no to Biden, because I don't want Kamala running the country once they deem him ineffective to run this place.
And that's really what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad. I don't know.
This is the state of politics we are in today, DK.
Yeah. Well, here we have it. So anyway, on to the next item up for bid here.
Woo.
I was combing through the speaking of California, I was combing through the news, and this Gavin Newsom, is he truly related to Nancy Pelosi?
I don't know, but it looks like his it's like her stepson or something that she's having sex with on the weekends, because that hair freaks me out. I feel like he's got an oil company going on up there, buddy.
I just went to I just went to California. Actually, I've been there a couple times, and the laws he's passing or the mandates he's passing are just fucking ridiculous. This, that,
Can't
and
pay for it.
But
Can't pay for it.
now they're saying that he wants to pass a mandate that when you go out to a restaurant, you should put your mask on between bites.
Oh, fuck that. I barely wear the son of a bitch now if I'm not at work.
Oh,
Holy
my God.
hell.
You know what? My real job causes me to go into a lot of people's houses. Every week I go into a lot of people's houses. And nobody ever says, hey, I've had a couple say, hey, could you put a mask on? But I'm guessing it's less than 15%.
I would probably agree with that. I would say probably around 10, 15% in my profession as well that are like, hey, can you put your mask on? Well, as a maintenance man in my line of work, if I'm under your sink and I'm trying to fix a fucking leak somewhere, I'm not putting my fucking mask on. Go ahead, have water all over the fucking place. Fuck you. I ain't doing it. I'm all like, I don't give a shit.
I think, I don't know. I think things are going to change dramatically on the 4th of November.
I think they are too. I think people are going to realize that, the hoax, or if that's what you think it is, which I think COVID's a real thing. I ain't got a fucking, I'm not an astrophysicist, a doctor of medicine, anthropologist, whatever cool term you want to put in front of your name with, MD at the end. I'm just saying, I think it's real, but at the same time, I think we've become so scared of ourselves that it's making us all go a little bit crazy. Yep. And I choose not to participate in the stupidity of the year award game.
I would totally agree. I think it's just absurd, but I do think it's going to get better once we get to a point where we can get this election behind us and move on.
And move on.
Hey now. What about what about football and all the teams that are contracting the virus right now? It's crazy.
Well, what they have like a couple teams that they've canceled a few games and then they retest everyone. I mean, because I want to get paid millions of dollars and have Q-tips shoved up my nose.
And
I can handle it.
They totally had to reschedule a couple games, like the Patriots game, and then there was one more. The team that we played, they actually had to reschedule because they had so many. But it's like,
God, you're not a Vikings fan, are you? Oh Lord!
Wow, it's like a burden. It's not really a fan thing. It's more like, I have to be a Vikings fan.
I see how it is.
Yeah. Well, you're in flyover country there. Who's your team? You don't have a team.
Well, we don't have a professional team. I think the closest we've ever had is a AAA Iowa Cubs baseball teams, and we had the Iowa Barnstormers. Kurt Warner, Super Bowl champion, Rams,
nice.
Throwing it. Former Hy-Vee worker, shelf stocker. But no, I like to follow the Giants. Let's not talk about like how many white QBs we can draft on one day. But life's a little hard in New York right now. We're through the Manning area. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it together. Let's all hold hands. Let's do it.
Well, and I think they I don't know. I got a guy that comes on the show who's a big part of the Vikings organization, and he's supposed to be coming in here one of these days so we can discuss just how different it is. And it's funny because I'm also half-ass watching baseball. My Twins lost early, but to see these professional sports teams playing with no fans is just weird.
It's odd. Oh, the cardboard cutouts. Yeah. Look at a bunch of people that are stationary. Or like earlier in the baseball year when they use the video games people. Where when they did a home run.
I think the Dodgers are still doing that. Yeah,
like on a home run or something like that. Yeah, that was like totally crazy with it. It was nuts.
Well, and I think they it's just refreshing to see. Like if you're watching a football game or a baseball game, and they have a few fans of the stands. Now it's not packed, and they're all socially distancing, blah 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 blah. But it's just like it's so nice to see. Like it totally makes it a different experience when there's some fans there. And now that they're bringing back Big Ten, and oh man, we're going to be rolling here soon.
Yeah, but then again, all the big stars, college stars, aren't going to play because they're going to get drafted a few months later. So that spring football thing is going to go down the drain quicker, and you can say good morning. So how do you do a top 25?
No, they're
all
playing
at different times.
No, they're playing now. The Big Ten's starting. The Gophers are.
Oh my Lord!
Yes. High school started too.
Well, I know some high school games started. There's still a few that have either decided not to participate. I didn't think the Big Ten was going to start till the springtime. Which division is holding off to the spring? Is that Division 2, Division 3?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's where my mind's at with that, because we have the UNI Panthers, which is like a Division 2, Division 3 school that is pretty close to us, that they're holding off and waiting. So
yeah, we've got football starting October 24th against Michigan.
Nice.
At the bank. Yeah, they're running what is it? 1, 2, they're not playing a ton of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 or 9.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no, this is the playoff.
Interdivisional stuff.
Yeah. Well, they it's all the usual suspects. But they
Hawkeyes, they play in the Hawkeyes. Are the Gophers playing the Hawkeyes?
The Hawkeye, we're playing them here. I don't know if they're letting fans in or not yet, though. I haven't heard a word from that.
Yeah, we have Iowa State, which is in the Big 12. I know they've let a few fans in, but again, social distance, don't touch each other.
Yeah,
don't spit on somebody. Which that's the college experience right there. I want to get drunk, take off my clothes, look down a goalpost, and make some
it's going to happen
jokes towards women. It's going to happen.
Well, and they have to decide that. I don't know. I guess I could look here to see if tickets are available. What about the like Stub Hub and those companies? Are they just dying?
They've got to be. Those secondary ticket sales.
They thought
places.
They had the golden, the unicorn, and it's like, oh, dude, no, you got nothing. Yeah, they got no events you can buy tickets for. So I'm thinking they're not letting anybody in. We're a Democratic state, so
there you go.
Our favorite.
You're not up in Michigan though. Watch out for Whitmer up there.
Yeah.
She's a troublemaker. Well, I love all that makeup. Oh, what a dirty girl.
My daughter goes to San Diego State, and she's just dying. She's like, it's like prison. They don't let us do anything. I said, well, feel free to transfer anywhere where there's a Republican governor, and you're going to be just fine.
Yep.
I don't know.
Then you get to do whatever you want.
I don't think that they, they should pack all these folks out to California and saw that bitch off. Push it out to push it out. Let them be their own country.
Yeah, Texas tries to secede from the union all the time, but let's let California do it. Let them pay for where most of our taxes go anyway. The hell with them.
Well, they're going to be hurting.
Let Arnold Schwarzenegger run the country again. Yeah.
Well, they've had it. They know. I think that they honestly are losing a lot of people. People are starting to wake up. I follow a lot of comedians and that kind of thing, and a lot of them are bailing out. They're moving out because it's just like, this is bullshit. All these restrictions, all this, and then you're paying tax through the wazoo.
That's what's getting you.
It doesn't make any sense.
Get that electric car, buddy. Huh? Get that electric car. We got some windmills. We'll charge those bitches up. Drive out there, pick up your kid, and come home. Let's do this.
Why not? You guys got plenty of open space out there. Hey, also in the news today that this Derek Chauvin, from Minneapolis, the old kneeler. Yep, he got released on bail.
Yeah, so was it $1 million? I think it was
$1 million. Yeah,
$1 million.
And they started rioting.
Already?
Yes.
Oh my God! I thought they'd at least wait a couple days before they start writing.
No. Wednesday night, following a peaceful demonstration earlier in the day, they started getting ugly. And I'm just like, now wait a minute. You want this guy to go through the process, but he's not allowed to be out on bail. Everybody else gets a chance to go out on bail. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the couple down in St. Louis that were on their own property, brandishing guns because they want to protect their stuff. Hell, they got arrested and they got charges brought toward them. Obviously, they're going to get dropped because, again, Democratic attorney down there that's trying to go after them. But yeah, I don't. Looting and doing all that is going to do no good. And you know what's going to hurt it the most when you're trying to gain justice? If you take the story off the idiot or off George himself, that obviously died from that horrific crime. I mean, you're just losing all value towards the actual killing of that man, which unjustifiable. It should have never happened. But going to burn and looting. I mean, I want some free stuff. Target's never done me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go in there and start taking everything. I'm not looking for a new handbag. I mean, I'm already married to one. You know how it is.
And I'm wondering if you were to be out front of a Target in the event one of these things are happening, you're not even going to go in. I'm going to be like, dude, what are you doing? This isn't free shit day.
Yeah, this isn't the 60s anymore. Everyone's got a cell phone. They're going to catch your dumbass because everyone wants to post it 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
And here you are trying to go get something cool. And, hey, sorry about all the free toilet paper, dear. I got to go to jail for a few days.
Well, toilet paper is hard to come by. Hey, here's another question I have, as long as we're on these wrongful deaths.
Yes.
I have totally been in my own little world and haven't followed the Breonna Taylor situation at all. Are you?
Every hope and every dream of a father is for their daughter to date a drug dealer, by the way. Let's start with that, but go on.
There's a lead in. So I haven't read up on it. It's on my list to hit tonight, but I'm wondering if what I heard last night was factual, in that they were doing a raid on the apartment.
Correct.
And the boyfriend pulled out a gun and shot a cop.
Correct.
And then the cops returned fire, in which she was hit and killed.
Correct.
And we're upset about this.
No, well, here's the upsetting part, is what they consider to be a no-knock warrant. And going in, even though they did say during the investigation that they did say that the police are here, they identified themselves, at no point that can be, arguable from both sides of the point. But which led to, when you think there's somebody in your home and you shoot, well, if they have a gun too, they're probably going to shoot back, which led to the death of Mrs. Taylor, or Miss Taylor, excuse me.
So,
but either way you look at it, either way, brother.
Who shot first?
That would be him. That would be the boyfriend.
The drug dealer.
That's correct.
So the cops broke in without knocking and saying that they were the cops?
Well, and look at it this way, though, too. I mean, if when the cops are there, it's not like they're showing up to see what you're doing or want to hang out and watch Netflix or Hulu. They're there to serve a warrant, which was signed off by a judge. They're coming to get you whether they knock on your door or not. So you better stop shooting, which would have led to her being alive. And that's the crazy part of the whole story. I think what's getting lost with Americans is you can't be out there acting a fool or acting like a thug and selling drugs and stuff and then have something like this happen, because people are always going to forget about why they're there in the first place. The cops aren't there to hang out and eat popcorn. They're there to serve a warrant because your boyfriend is a piece of shit drug dealer. That's where the issue lies with me. And at that point, I don't give a shit.
So is the piece of shit drug dealer dead?
He's still rocking and rolling.
The drug dealer's not dead?
No, he's alive. He's alive. It's Breonna that's dead, from what I understand of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna have to do a little deeper dive.
Yeah, we're chanting her name like, she's some kind of, pariah or something. It's like, what?
Well,
like, what are you doing?
The fact that they're, I don't know. It's very concerning that people think that these cops are out to get them. And in the event that cops came to my house for whatever reason, if I shot at them, I would expect them to shoot back.
Yes, that is just like when I was in the military, you shoot at us and we shoot at you. Don't come yelling and screaming in whatever language that you have that it's our fault that they're dead. Well, yeah, it is our fault. But guess what? You shot first. So we are going to kill everything in sight. It's just life. And unfortunately, she paid the ultimate price, which is too bad. But overall, it's a sad ending, and they're using her name as a reason to go out and go get a new Prada bag.
That's crazy. I know that a new Prada bag can make you feel better, though. I mean, really,
I need a new lawnmower. I'm willing to do things. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever it takes.
Let's meet at the corner of 4th and 4th. Looting on me. 1, 2, 3, go.
Well, and I went downtown Minneapolis shortly after everything had happened, and I go down there just recently as yesterday, and it just looks like a bomb went off. It's just horrible what's going on. It is not cool at all. But whatever. We're in a different time.
This is life.
This is the way it is.
Baby. 2020
yeah, exactly.
DK.
I could have done without Mr. Van Halen dying, but
God,
just another item in the basket for 2020.
But old Betty White still kicking. My girl.
They
Gonna
did
watch some Golden Girls. Yeah.
They did. You know what? It was funny. I just saw a post that from Donald Trump Jr. about what when Joe Biden got into office, what Betty White looked like. You know, she was this hot dark-haired chick, and then it showed what Caitlyn Jenner looked like in her decathlete outfit.
Oh, God.
And it says, you know, look at how things have changed. But I don't think that 2020 is going to have any surprises at this point. I was texting back and forth with a friend of mine about the Eddie Van Halen thing, and it's like, you know, the greatest thing for me from Eddie Van Halen was when he threw that like 14-minute eruption, you know, guitar solo out. And for some reason, I was young and impressionable, and for some reason, I thought having the cigarette in the neck of the guitar was like the fucking coolest thing ever. And inevitably,
you gotta light it. You gotta light it too. You can't just have it sitting up there. You gotta light it, even if you didn't smoke.
It makes it more smokable when it's right there. So
that's right.
You look at it, and it's like that's probably a lot of what led to killing. You know, I mean, he died of freaking throat cancer. So like maybe the mass amount of heaters wasn't the best idea. But I'm wondering, didn't he roll for a while without a tongue? Like they cut a section of his tongue out? Is that?
I'm not even sure. I've never even heard of that before. That's fucking awesome, though. You know, but let me tell you what. DK, I'm a smoker too. But you know what though? I'm not. When I go to that doctor someday and he tells me, "Oh, you got cancer," it's not going to come as a fucking surprise. It's going to be like, "Hey doc, let's go outside and fucking burn one." Okay, I know what I was doing to my body.
That's no good.
Cancer, baby.
Van Halen originally had tongue cancer, which eventually moved to his esophagus. He once speculated that it was caused by putting metal picks in his mouth.
No, it was caused from fucking smoking. That's a smoker's excuse right there. I am so ready to get my cancer. And by the way, if anybody talks shit about me smoking and be like, I can't believe he was on the DK Project talking about cigarettes. Well, let me tell you what, Captain Crunch and the Four Lonely Horsemen, I love cigarettes. I do it because I enjoy it, and I'm hooked. But when I get cancer, I'm not crying, okay? I'm not going to try to fight it. I'm going to let my life burn out like a ball of flame, like this Newport cigarettes.
This has been the Addict's Corner. And you know what? I used to smoke. That's part of how I got my sweet golden tones to my voice, was burning it. But the fact of the matter is smoking is just fucking like unheard of. Like
breaking news on the DK Project.
They've done some studies. They've done some studies, and it's not great for you.
I've heard it's not good for me, but I also heard that's usually coming from the people that are, 300 pounds overweight and obese, but let's stop and get a king size value meal from McDonald's,
Look at you.
But I'll take a Diet Coke, please.
Look at you justifying your addiction. I love it.
Oh my God. At least I'm not doing hard drugs,
Well, they're probably
I like a Newport, a Busch Light, and Pornhub. Don't hate.
You should
compensate.
You should meet my mom. She's the Darth Vader of 70-year-olds. Because she's
my God,
she's got the COPD.
Does she have one of those
real bad?
Oh, I thought you were gonna go. She was gonna have that awesome
the
super
trach
cool
thing. No. But no, that is definitely that's cause for another show that we're gonna have to get into the smoking thing because it's bad. Just ask Eddie Van Halen's kids right now. They're not young anymore.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, they're probably pretty old.
Wolfgang. Hell yeah. It's an ugly animal, but it's definitely something that, people, when I was ready to quit, quitting wasn't difficult.
No. And I tell people that I've quit before for like 6-month jaunts. But my problem is, and I'll be honest with you, my problem is I like them.
Yeah.
I like that first cigarette in the morning, just like I like that last one before I go to bed. And the ones in between are like sex and candy. Dude. Oh, yes.
I'm telling you, I used to do the cigarette and the Pepsi on the way to the shop for work every day. Ugh, can't do it, though. I can't even Couldn't even fathom it now.
I hate the smell. In the wintertime when it really sticks to you, and then everyone gives you that look of what kind of cologne are you wearing, and it's Marlboro. Thank you.
Ashtray. I don't think I don't think that's a win any way you look at it. Oh God, I think I've been done now for it's been a long time. But it's funny because I know you know what, I don't even know anybody who smokes. Like,
see, that's because you're fucking from Minnesota. Everyone's trying to be healthy.
I'm so
up
isolated.
There. Yeah.
I'm really racking my brain, and you know what? I do know somebody. Oh my God. And he is,
and they're awesome too. They're funny. They're great personality.
He thinks he is.
All the funny people smoke.
He totally thinks he is, but he is not. He would be the opposite. Boy, they're really, I was deep diving in the news today. They're really cracking down on these plastic bottles and one-use plastic bottles. Do you have any idea how much plastic is like I have a large patio set at my house that was made completely from plastic that they fished out of the Caribbean and made furniture out of it. There's a store in town that's all they sell is furniture
and you
made
probably
from.
Paid twice as much.
No, it was
because
cheap.
It came from the sea.
No, it was cheap. It was.
Shit.
I don't want to say cheap. It was less expensive than say like your big box store stuff. And it's comfort. It's good. But I was just I started to notice it then, but now it's really becoming a thing to where it won't be long and you won't be able to buy a water bottle at the store. You'll just have to take your personal container and put it under the deal, and it'll get filled.
You'll weigh it from how much water you're purchasing. It's coming.
Do you remember when they came out with bottled water and you're like, who's gonna fucking buy bottled water?
Yep.
That's so dumb.
The Aqua fucking Fina was the first one I ever seen, and I'm all like, I'm not buying fucking water. I'll take a 2 liter of Pepsi, a candy bar, preferably a Rolo with some caramel in the middle.
Yeah.
And throw some Pop Rocks on it too, because I want my mouth to fizzle.
But they don't even it's not even a thing. They're everywhere.
There's a whole
aisles
to it. Yes, there is a case to it in every fucking convenience store you go to now. Agreed.
There's stores that are places that you go and you order tap water and they look like what? What, you just order a cigarette? What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah. Can I have some chemicals in there that is too, or do I need to add some salt when it comes here?
Give me something, Gray.
I want something inside me that's burning and eating away the amoebas.
I just I was just talking about the Eddie Van Halen thing, and on my computer screen pops up a Sirius XM deal that says the Van Halen tribute channel. Like they know, they're listening.
198 on your XM Sirius radio.
I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about it. I was a big Van Halen guy. I had a guy I went to high school with who was like, I think he wanted to be David Lee Roth. His name was Dave. And he was like so into it. I'm like, dude, just fucking chill.
Yeah. Okay. Stop. Take the thing off your neck. Okay. Women wear those, not you, buddy.
What's with the leather pants, dude? We're in geometry.
Yeah. Okay. You're getting hard right now, and the only reason we can tell because you have leather around that area. Please stop and turn away to your geography book. Thank you, sir.
Sweet Michael Jordans, though. Who'd have thought the ugliest shoe in the world would become the most popular, most valuable shoe there is?
Please tell me that you're not that guy that has 20,000 shoe boxes of Jordans that you spend $100 on.
I don't even own a pair. I don't even own a pair.
Thank you.
I flip houses. Shoes are too easy.
You're damn right.
You know what? I don't even own a pair of Nikes. They don't work with my big hoofs. I have to go with a something that can carry a wider load. And
bigger boy, I get it. I've seen your videos.
Yeah,
there's a little gumption to you, but I'm willing to hug you for long periods of time.
I had real tap shoes in that dance video, though. Those weren't athletic shoes, just in case you're wondering.
Because before you even come on your show, you've got to watch to see what you're getting into, and you're like, "Oh Lord Jesus Almighty, what do we have here?" We've got Captain Lovable, and I'm ready to get warm.
We had to go to the widescreen to get all that in.
So you had to buy the bigger iPad. Is that what you're getting?
Yeah. No, I totally no. Actually, I just did something I never thought I would do. And it's going to be arriving on November 7th.
Ooh, good segue. I love this.
Yes.
Can you give us a hint?
Yes.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm sitting down.
You can
and go.
You can ride it.
Oh, well, dreams do come true, Darren. That's all I'm saying,
Live from Mr. Mother Russia.
Yeah, let's take our first call from Cincinnati. Doug in Cincinnati, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, boy, I can't wait. It's going to be great. Thanks, Doug from Cincinnati. Back to DK. Go ahead.
You know what? I ordered one of these fucking Pelotons. Because
oh, no.
It's taking over the world, man. I got to get in. I got to get in.
That first stationary bike took over the world too, and you could get them at a garage sales for $5 and 50
That's the
cents
one with the built-in fan.
Yes.
This one, my wife is a big cyclist. She, so I pay a membership for her to go to this spin classes, and I just don't want to go in front of people and sweat like a beast. So
you've got some issues.
I'm
let's talk about those, DK.
Lay back, just relax.
Let's talk about you.
You know what?
Tell me how you feel.
I'm not embarrassed or afraid to do anything. I just don't like working out around people because I don't like working out. But then on top of that, I got to be in front of people. Fuck that.
Yep.
See,
here's my thing. I was in the service. I was in the greatest shape of my life, trying to sleep with as many women as I could, and then you meet that special someone. I blame her for me getting fat. I can't help myself. It's my wife's fault.
Yeah.
I hope she hears this. I love you. I don't want to get a divorce.
You know what? Just wait until you get off those heaters there, Porky, because that's when she goes.
Yep.
I did this diet plan.
I'm almost afraid. And real quick before you go into that, I just want to say, I think if I lose weight, I would be scared of my marriage because she has fattened me up and trained me to keep me around longer. She knows my inner beings.
That's her. Yes, that.
Yep.
Ooh, I think that's what my wife did.
Yep.
God damn it.
It to us.
Cancel that Peloton.
I don't want the TV screen where you're telling me how great I am.
I don't want to do it. Yes. Golly, she's got me.
Oh, you should go for the mirror. Do for the mirror.
Fuck that.
The one that I've seen, that new one where you can somebody staring at you in your own home. It's everything everybody was afraid of the government. But hey, let's put a big mirror up.
I'll do the bike, but I'm not doing the mirror. No way. There's limits, and I'll be real surprised how much work this bike gets from me, but the wife is going to use it. She loves that shit.
Your clothes hanging on this thing are going to look great and dry in no time, my friend.
I could buy a whole new set. No, I went through and I did this MetaFast thing, right? And I lost like 75 pounds.
Nice.
To the point where
you, brother.
People were looking at me like, dude, you got cancer? You sick? Is something wrong? Because I really looked skinny. But then I had a huge medical thing. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to eat what I want. I'm going to do what I want. And they put me on a lot of medication from this this event.
Does the term YOLO apply? Is that still a word kids are using these days? You only live once.
I don't know, but it comes. I had a life event where it puts everything into perspective to where you're like, you know what, I'm going to eat. When meanwhile the doctor's saying you can't eat any of that shit anymore, and I'm like, you know what, hey. Let's go. I'm going out strong.
Prove you wrong.
I'm a closer.
I don't give a fuck if I have diabetes or not. I'm doing this today. Let's go.
I'm going over to Adam's to smoke. We're gonna smoke.
I got vodka, Red Bulls, Newports, and we're gonna king size everything, buddy. Let's do this. You know what? When you say life event, I feel like I'm talking to a 40-year-old single mom who made the biggest mistake of her life, thinking she could find someone better. That's what I hear when someone says a life event. Like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. Shut up. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, no. Very similar life event. No. Let's just say I had a bad couple days that required assistance. Good. So then I just decided, and I think some of the medication that they put me on, which I'm still on, has caused me to get big fat. Like, because I don't eat that crazy. I don't drink Red Bull. I didn't drink alcohol for 5 years. I just started again 2 weeks ago.
I'm back, baby!
what happened to you?
It's like a high school.
What podcast am I on? What the hell is happening to me?
Actually, this is an intervention, and we want to talk to you about your smoking and drinking.
Oh my God, I am ready to let it all go.
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
What did my wife do to me?
I didn't know she was a drug dealer.
Stop shooting. Make sure you tell me that you're coming in.
Hold on, I'll shoot first.
Yeah, I'll see what happens.
Let me fire a warning shot. That'll be smart. They
I'm just go on. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, I totally lost my train of thought. But I think that you're right. I'm going back to the thing that you said about our wives are making us fat so that they can keep us under control.
Yep. It is.
That is a legit, and that way they can look down on us. They can be like,
you always
another
have to be
piece of
heavier
pie
than your spouse. Yep. Come here, fatty. It's their way to tell you to get in your mind.
It's the
crazy.
Equalizer. It's the equalizer.
Yeah, see, people don't think about this until they've gained 25 pounds and they're like, oh my God, she doesn't really hate me. She's just trying to control my life and my eating habits. What happened to me?
Oh, man, this is all coming full circle. We've discovered the key to life here. Man, do I like that. Hey man, we got to wrap this thing up. We're running strong.
You got it. You got it, buddy.
So we're going to evaluate Adam's work today, and we're going to put it out to the listeners. We're going to get some votes.
Love it.
We may hear from him again. We may not. We don't know.
It could happen. Anything can happen.
His reckless lifestyle, his ability to not understand, to not fire a warning shot before you see who's at the door. These
Second
things.
Amendment rights.
I'm not just a fan. I'm a member.
I'm a card-carrying member. But yeah, go on. I'm sorry.
No, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and beef this thing up. So we're going to be adding some features, and Adam's possibly going to be a big part of that. So what we want to do is we want everybody to spread the word and share us on all of your social media crap, Facebook, Twitter, all that. And that's the only way this thing grows. If you go on and give us a review and give us 5 stars, why not? They're free. You might as well give us all of them. And let everybody know. That way this can grow. This is the one thing that you were taught in school. You have to share. You have to share. It's the only way the world works. And next week we will come back at you around the same time with more fun and more breaking news. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day, everyone. Stay safe, stay sexy.
All right. We'll talk soon. Thanks, everybody. That's it. That's the end.
That's a wrap.
Read the shtick.
That's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. If you'd like to reach out, you can use the studio line at 612-504-6500 or by email, thedkprojectpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, there's always social media at the DK Project Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.